big start turning up.
What up? Elite live streams. We back.
Yeah, no, it's another one.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy NFL Sunday. If you're watching,
if you are, you
salute to y'all. You feel me? What up, J Rock? How you doing, man?
I'm chilling, man. Been another couple weeks, but we're still staying for the most part kind of consistent. We would like to do this shit every week, but life is life.
Yeah, we're real people. You know what I'm saying? We do real things.
But when we're free, we're here for you guys, man. This is what we do. So
right.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, man. So salute to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Big response in the last couple of live streams. We've been seeing y'all in the comment section, really active comment section,
which is tight.
Yeah, it's helping the algorithm keep the engagement up. You know what I'm saying? And so we appreciate anybody who is recently subscribed. Welcome to the squad.
Yeah, even if you just left a comment, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
Any of those things.
We appreciate the discourse. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, live debates.
Opinions are appreciated.
Yeah, they're welcome. Just make sure you're respectful.
That's all.
And if you say any dumb shit, you will get blocked.
Might get blocked.
And sent into the shadow realm.
You might get fired up before you get blocked.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's kind of the rules here. That's how we do it. We got a pretty interesting topic today. My guy Tim Tebow, you know what I'm saying, former Bronco, former national champion, quarterback from Florida, NFL legend and NCAA legend, you know what I mean?
Right.
Christian brother, you know what I'm saying? Very
into God,
clean cut guy.
Yeah. He's kept his nose clean. He has, hasn't had many issues in his career.
Yeah, but he's got a lot to say about a specific topic that it might get a little dark in here, guys.
Just a little bit.
Just to let you guys know, you know what I'm saying, a little heads up, this might be a trigger warning per se, you feel me? Just to make sure if anybody out there, who has been subject to abuse as a young person, that this topic may hit you in a certain way. But it's important to talk about these things because that's what we do over here at Elite Media. So what you got to say off top, Jay?
Yeah, man. Abuse is, I just feel like, anytime you're underage, man, and you start talking abuse and, people just not valuing the fact that, a kid is a kid. You have to value that. You gotta let them grow. Because that's where we all came from. We all came from being a kid, and then you go into adulthood and all those things, and
it was all a child at one point.
We were all a kid, so it's like you got to let kids be kids, and I just don't, sometimes that doesn't happen, to the point where it affects you as an adult.
Word.
You may not even see it or feel it at the time, but as you grow older, a lot of people are who they are because of what happened as kids. You know what I mean?
Word.
So yeah, I just think that's where we're gonna kind of hit home there, and that's why we're giving you the disclaimer before we even
get
going on it, because a lot of people are going to be like, damn, yeah, when I was a kid, such and such. Right?
Yeah, and this is also a very hot topic with the whole files that are not available to the public based on our government hiding them, and people who are attached to said files unaliving themselves and going missing.
It all kind of I ain't gonna say kind of, it all does correlate.
Yeah, man. It's gonna because at the end of the day, a lot of people talk about the protection of children and to protect the kids,
protect our youth.
Yeah, it's a hot topic,
it don't be really happening.
Right. So Tim Tebow, who is, a very, pretty famous guy, a lot of people know Tim Tebow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He is passionate about this topic. And so we're going to bring up a video of a podcast that he put together where he was talking about this specific topic. And so I found it kind of interesting. And so we're gonna bring it up here for you guys to peep it out and see right there. You know what I'm saying? Tim Tebow, you feel me? So let's see what Timmy had to say here.
The number one offender type is biological fathers, but by far it is being done by middle-aged Caucasian men. Many, over half of them, college graduates. Many of them are educated, good jobs. This isn't just who we're thinking about. Like they're technical savvy, and I think that it is time that we call them out. Like that, we can't stand by and stand back.
All right, so that's just off top. Initially, what you think on that, Jay? Just off top.
I'm not gonna even go with I hear Tim on the race joint.
Yeah.
But I won't even just go race. I was just saying in general, there are a lot of people hiding in plain sight. That abuse children, bro.
Yeah.
In plain sight, and they just get away with it. It could be subtle. You know what I mean? You may not even notice it. You may be in a store and a man is walking around with his own kids.
Word.
And you may not even really see. You can't, until he really gets out of pocket fully, you would never know what's going on at home.
Right.
But it's like you can kind of see little tidbits of it if you really pay attention. And they're in plain sight,
Yeah, man.
Where they just, they go as a parent, they go too far.
Word.
There's like there's a threshold, bro. And I just think like I won't just say like Timmy said, Caucasian men, but I'll say sometimes men in general.
Oh yeah,
abusers. They go to they cross that threshold to the point where it starts to become abuse. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times though.
Yeah, man.
If you really pay attention, you can see it. Shit's all over the world, all over the place. You can see it, but I do agree with Tim when he says we got to start calling it out. We got to start saying something way earlier before it becomes full abuse. Yeah, he's hitting on the head right there for sure.
Yeah, and I think as well, like from that perspective, like I think sometimes the sad part is like a lot of kids, they don't know how to express themselves. Right. They're scared. They may be going through something. And then you have, the predators who put them in a specific spot where they feel scared to tell somebody what's really going on.
Unhurt.
Yeah, man. And so I think that part as well plays a part as well. And then, certain communities, it's very like, don't tell, don't talk about certain things that happen to certain people, as a child, whatever. You feel me? Your fucking creepy uncle. You know what I mean? Who like, whatever type shit, and like we go through that a lot. And I think him speaking on this is something that, is right on par with like, with what we've been seeing.
A lot of shit is going on.
Bruh, like beyond, you said beyond just like one community. Like it's rampant. You know what I mean? Like it's rampant, bro. Like, so hold on, we'll put the rest of this video real quick.
Like, we have to stand up and say, not only are we not doing our job as men, it's actually the opposite. Instead of being defenders and protectors of our families, we're hurting and abusing.
That's where I most.
Right there, dog.
It's the protectors. Part peace. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like, just as a person that has a kid, I got a daughter.
Yeah, man. I mean?
But if I seen somebody else's daughter being abused, I'm tweaking.
Facts, man.
Even if it's her own dad, I may have a question, but like for that man, like, hey man, what are you doing with her? Like, why? But a lot of the ways we were raised and things that our dads were on, dads aren't on these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's just like community aspect of things, like everybody kind of working together.
Kind of that village. It takes a village to raise.
Yeah, man.
It's really not villages that like village anymore. It's villages within your family.
Right, like it's
but like
really immediate.
You know, like you can't send your kid outside to go play
without
two
knowing.
houses,
like,
you know, 2 houses down. It may be some creepy shit going on 2 houses down, and you probably would never even know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
Nobody's
really looking out like that, like they used to. Like looking
man.
out is a lost art.
Yeah.
In this day and age, like yes, some people do it, but especially a lot of people don't.
There you go. Especially when it comes to like people with their children, like you know, of course, like I think we definitely live in a world where everybody's a little bit more protective, but it's for good measure now because there is so much exposure, right? And like we do see that, you know, there is certain people who, you know, have to be more protective over their children and whatever. But like you said, that also kills a certain aspect of trust. Like, and now we're kind of in this spot where not a lot of people really care about kids and they're like being a lot more protective and like, you know what I'm saying? It also costs more too for child care. You know what I mean? So
proper
both
child
things,
care,
like, you know what I mean? Like actual putting your kids somewhere legit, you know what I mean? And like taking care of them where
it costs
it's safe too, right?
It costs some chips for sure.
Yeah, man, because there's some of these daycares, man, where they're doing that.
They're actually doing the things that we're saying. Man, this is supposed to be school, so it's like you can't take your kid to school, or to a daycare, or to be looked after.
Man,
what you think is in, you know,
right?
In the regular world.
So Tim has another part of this where he shows like the map of like just how many, you know, child predators are among us, right?
A dot on that map is at least one unique IP address of individuals downloading, sharing, distributing child abuse and images under the age of 12. Sean, it's right here in our backyard. 55 to 85% are also hands-on offenders, and your average offender has 13 victims in their lifetime. And we go back to those 50,000 boys and girls that are unknown in the ICSA database.
13?
Bro, hold up. I'll bring that back. We'll bring 13, that back just real quick so we can.
Downloading, sharing, distributing child abuse and images under the age of 12. Sean, it's right here in our backyard. 55 to 85% are also hands-on offenders, and your average offender has 13 victims in their life.
Average offender has 13 victims. So that's 13 kids that are
on average
that are tainted. In a sense, they didn't, you know.
Yeah, man.
Whatever the aspect of it was,
they didn't ask for that.
They didn't ask for that. They weren't on that. So 13 of them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of fucking kids, dude,
bro.
That turn it. They go through life. Mm-hmm. Some don't. You know, I don't know. I would like to know the percentage that actually say something.
Right.
Out of that, you know, out of these numbers that Tebow is giving off, but. I'm still gonna say a lot of them don't say nothing, and then they go through life and they end up, you know, go through high school and middle school and high school and end up as an adult. And are they the adult that they could be if these things never happen? You know,
and if there was a system in place for them to feel comfortable to tell somebody too, you know what I mean?
Change the dynamic of their life.
Yeah, because that's what we're starting to see now. We're starting to see like a real
pattern.
Yeah, and like also an installation part too.
Yeah,
where like now you're seeing more, you know, of a more overt, right? We're seeing it now where okay, we heard about this guy who was trafficking young women in an island, right? We hear about the stories. It comes out to be true. That is a person. He's a real person. We find out real person. Okay, then the government arrests him. He goes to jail with secrets and videotapes, logs, lists, all types of very, very real information on some very important people. This person doesn't make it out of the jail.
Right.
Then after that,
keep it going.
The person who was implicated as his best friend becomes president again. Right? he becomes president again. People ask people, hey, we voted for you to become the president because you told us that you were going to release the files and tell us where the list was and who's on the list.
But B, it's kind of hard to release a list that you're on.
He says what list? He says what list? I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's kind of hard to do that. You're on.
You guys are still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah. People want to know.
All right.
You know, so it's, I'm just going, that's just a fact. Like if you're implicated, you have anything to do with that list and you're the president currently, why would you want it released? Why would you not drag it out for your next 4 so that if it do somehow get leaked or released, at least your term is over and you could do what you need to do.
And that's what I mean when I say that it's almost like an insulation, because we can go to the very top of our American society. It's supposed to be the top 1%, our best of the best. If we are represented of all nations across the world, these are the people who would represent us.
Right. I'm not okay with it, but
listen, man,
I'm not okay with who's supposed to represent us.
And there is a system, like he said, and on average 13 victims on average.
So 13 victims per predator.
Those are people who come forward. All right. All those other people who don't come forward, maybe they're too embarrassed, maybe it was too traumatic, maybe it was too hard for them.
These are all things,
like you said, they're damaged, they're left to figure it out.
They just keep going through life.
And so that's the part where it's like, yeah, like that definitely makes sense, where it's like, all right, like if they feel emboldened to do this, why would they feel any remorse to not do it? Because it's not just happening on this small scale. Like there's judges, there's police officers, there's
there are high power people that are doing the same,
who partake in these
actions,
particular types of solicitations per se. And that's the part where, like, if you think about it on the grand scale, it's like it's creepy, bro.
It's creepy. It's sad.
It's creepy,
like,
dog.
So I get what Tim is saying. Like, man, we gotta start saying something. When you see it, trip. Say something, because man, it's gonna keep going on. We gotta, as people, we gotta fix it.
Yeah, man.
Because it ain't gonna get fixed when like you just said, when the higher ups and all of them are doing it and getting away with it.
Right.
Most things start from the top and trickle down.
Right.
So people are looking at it like, these predators and whoever they are, they're looking at it like, okay, well, if those guys are getting away with it, let me, study them and figure out how they're getting away with it. We know why they're getting away with it, because they. People would never think like, oh, there's a police officer and he's a predator. You would never think that, but people like that, So then there's the regular Joes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're looking at them saying, oh, okay, well, if they can get away with it, I can get away with it.
That part.
Because you have to think about it when they're saying, just go off the numbers, 13 people per predator. If you did something 13 times, that means you feel like you can get away with it.
Listen, man.
13 times.
13, bro.
13 different people have said something about one predator over to the point where they have averaged it out and said per predator is 13 of them, 13 kids.
Listen, man, and that's why
that's crazy to me. That means you feel like you can get away with this continuously.
Listen, man, that's why it's perfect. You set it up perfect, J Rock. This leads right into the next story that we about to put on the big screen for y'all to see, because over at Elite Media we bring receipts. All right, so like we said, to the highest order, this type of stuff is going on, right? And we wanted to make sure that we set the stage from Tim Tebow to let y'all know from the base level in the home, right? So let me go ahead and bring up, you know what I'm saying, a federal judge who just got charged for this type of behavior. All right, let's bring him up here so y'all can see what's going on. All right, we're gonna let Miss Tessa Spencer from ABC4 News let you know what's going on. All right, Real receipt.
I'm Tessa Spencer. First at 6, new details from federal authorities about suspended Charleston County Magistrate Judge James Gosnell. We have team coverage tonight on the case and do want to warn you, the details are very disturbing. Emily Deanne joining us now live from downtown Charleston, where Gosnell appeared before a federal judge for a detention hearing today. Emily.
Well, we learned today that Gosnell will stay behind bars as we await a preliminary hearing. This comes after his attorney waived that detention hearing this afternoon. We learned today that federal investigators say that they found hundreds of photos, videos, and conversations involving children and infants less than a year old.
What did you hear that?
Less than a year old?
Less than a year old.
Crazy.
Less than a year old, family.
It's crazy. So not even so these are children that's not even walking. They're not even walking, bro.
Less than a year old, bro.
They're not even walking. They can't even.
Less than a year old. Hold on, man. I'm bringing it back up because y'all think it's a game. Y'all think it's a game. This is a judge. It's a federal judge.
That is ridiculous.
The Department of Homeland Security searched Gosnell's Charleston home on September 16th. Then on the 17th, they searched his Charleston County court chambers where they seized bank records. Those bank records, they say, confirmed transactions for child sexual abuse materials. This stemmed from a cyber tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children in late 2024.
So it's, you know, it just be.
Listen,
so everyone
man.
knows what a judge is, right?
Listen, bro.
Look, wait, hold on. I want everybody to understand what a judge is. The judge has the power to put you in jail or keep you out of jail. You telling me the person that has that power,
yes,
is also a child predator?
Yes. Yes.
I hope
that's exactly what I'm telling you.
I want everybody to understand
that is exactly
that.
what we're saying here, guys. Okay.
How crazy that sounds. The level of that is ridiculous.
Listen, man.
Just think about where that is. Like, oh well, because I'm a judge, nobody will never think that I'm doing this, so I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna get away with it because I'm under the radar. But then it comes out that, oh no, this judge is doing X, Y, Z. You're not under the radar. So what I'm saying at that point, what we gotta understand is that this shit goes from all the way from the top and it goes to the bottom. When it comes to creeps, it don't predators, creep, it's everywhere. That's one of the first things we said. This shit is everywhere. These people are everywhere.
Listen, man.
People of the highest stature, people of the lowest stature. It's and everything in between.
This shit all is the way to the top, baby. That's why I had to make it clear.
It's crazy.
We don't play when it comes to receipts here. All right. We are going to make sure that we leave you guys the breadcrumbs and then we give you the information. It's on you to make your own interpretation, right?
Interpretation, decisions, whatever.
But at the end of the day, this is happening right now in our world.
Yeah.
Currently, this is a current event. Okay, so yeah, let's keep going though. Hold up.
James Gosnell was appointed to the position of trust to protect the community from criminals amongst us. But as detailed in the government's detention memorandum, he is alleged to have abused and exploited the most vulnerable, which are infants and toddlers.
Infants and toddlers, guys. What?
So this is on some like groom them, start them immediately before they can even talk.
No, he specifically wants.
Targets. Yeah, no, that's what he targets. That young. I got a toddler, so that's freaking me out right now. Like, wow,
bro,
toddler,
bro.
So a toddler and under. So I would say a toddler goes up to about what age? Maybe 7, 8. Some shit like that. So we basically saying,
yeah, I consider toddlers from 0 to like
8,
3. 0 to 3 for me, bro.
My kid is 5. She's a toddler still.
But then, like, I feel like from 5 to maybe like 8, that's like a young kid, like child, whatever. Like, but I think a toddler is like a baby, like, right? All right, let's look it up. Hold on. When we look up the definition of a toddler.
I'm just going off of when you
No,
buy,
but
when you buy
like,
shoes and
yeah,
you buy clothes,
right?
The shit still be saying toddler. Some of the shit still says toddler on it. So it's just like, I think once you get out of a certain, I'm gonna say 0 to 5.
Okay.
0 to
A
6.
toddler is a child approximately 1 to 3 years old, though definitions vary. The toddler years are a time of great cognitive, emotional, and social development.
A sick time.
Okay.
So you fuck up the kid's whole setup. You know what I'm saying?
The word is derived from toddle, which means to walk unsteadily.
Yeah, because you could barely,
bro. All right. And this judge, okay, a judge is partaking in this type of behavior, guys. Look at this guy. Look at him. You're on the big screen now, sir. You deserve no respect.
Federal agents say they are still combing through all of the evidence on the devices.
But my
in all
thing
14
becomes like, once you even get an inkling that that's happening, like, it's nothing more to investigate. Like, he's fired, get him out of there. He can't be a judge. They're still referring to him as judge. No, we want to know this nigga name.
And you know what's funny?
He's still being referred to.
This is white supremacy in action.
Yeah.
Even at the most disgusting, despicable, unsavory, they will still find a way to give you your day in court to be able to argue that this wasn't what we thought it was.
They're still calling him a judge. That's all I'm saying. They need to be treating him like the regular civilian. Say his name. Say his actual name,
bro.
His first and last name, and say what he did. Don't call him a judge no more.
This is 100% white supremacy in action, dog. Wow. Like, this fool is literally on a prison like hold for participating in behavior with toddlers, yo.
And we're still referring to him as judge.
Come on, man.
That's or not we, but
you're out of there. Look at this guy. Look at him. That's a demon if I ever seen one.
They're still referring to him as judge.
USB drives and iPhone discs, iPads, VHS tapes, and numerous other electronic devices, all containing child sexual abuse materials, were seized. Federal officials say
This was in South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you know what's funny? The irony about this specific judge, he was the judge who is the same judge for the shooter for Dylan Roof, who shot up that church in South Carolina. Do you guys remember that?
He was the judge.
He was the judge.
Wow.
Isn't that funny?
Ironic.
Isn't that ironic?
That's fucking ironic.
It's very interesting, isn't it? And you know what else is funny? He also got in trouble for calling black people N-words in the dang courtroom.
So we clearly know what this guy is.
All right.
This is the guy that thinks he can get away with murder.
Ain't it just funny? Isn't there a pattern that you see here?
Well, Timmy Tebow just spoke to it. He said that these things are happening and they'll keep happening until we say something. Somebody got to say something. Say something, do something.
He said it's people with college degrees, people with, law degrees.
These are smart people.
All right. A judge, y'all.
A judge of all things.
A judge
is even on the hook for these type of things.
A judge, family.
They're everywhere. That's all I'm,
All right, so look, let's continue because I really want you guys to understand just the magnitude of what this dude was up to.
Also found messages where Gosnell talked about sexually abusing neighborhood children. Federal agents also found evidence Gosnell was leading Zoom posts to, quote, teach other pedophiles the tricks of the trade, end quote. Federal investigators are now calling on the public to help them identify potential victims. Our website has more.
Emily, according to that latest court filing that you just mentioned, it reads that, quote,
if you're willing to teach others and, keep it as a ring, and it's a ring of you guys that do this, and you're spearheading the ring,
And they talk about us clicking up.
You gotta die.
Lock him up.
Lock him the fuck up.
Lock him up. Pack him up.
Yeah.
Pack him up.
He gotta go.
He's out of there.
He gotta go.
What?
And I'm willing to go past that. Like, I hope they got the death penalty.
They said neighborhood children and trying to recruit others to learn
the same thing that he doing.
Listen, man.
South
Carolina, bro. South Carolina, bro.
I feel like they got the death penalty. And I feel like if they do, he deserves it.
Like, what dignity does this guy deserve to be able to try to take the innocence from children?
No,
toddlers,
we're not even saying children. We said toddlers,
bruh. They don't even know anything.
Yeah, nothing. Well, we just defined toddler, so. But it says 1
to 3 is considered a toddler. And then 0 to 1 would be considered like a,
It said it's based on your belief. I believe a toddler, all the way to damn near 6, 7,
right? Because you feel like
and under.
I'd say until you get to elementary school, basically, like first grade.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Anything first grade and then, bro, a toddler.
Like like you're still very.
Yeah, that's infant. That's what I'm saying. But toddler is after that.
Like 4 years old.
I say 5,
And you know the insanity of us even having this conversation, like. What? Like, these are kids. Like, they're literally like,
be talking about
bro. What?
Honestly, it shouldn't even be a conversation. But this is what is in our world.
This is a judge.
It's a judge.
Look at this guy.
This is a guy.
Got mugshot.
This is a guy that dictates people's lives when they do wrong things, and he's doing wrong things. Wow, how can you do wrong?
The most wrong. The most like
you're dictating me for the wrong shit that I've done.
That's when I tell you that crazy. People be drunk on power, bro.
Until man, he was walking around, bro.
Clearly,
he was walking around.
Clearly, right? Clearly, this dude could walk around South Carolina. Nobody's giving him a hard time. He's trying to harm the youth in his neighborhood.
Trying to get other grown people to harm the youth with him, kids with him. Like, yeah, no, come be a part of this.
The weight of the evidence against Gosnell is immense, overwhelming, and conclusive. It's a disturbing case made more disturbing by the defendant standing within the legal community. In addition, that filing also read, quote, as a judge, he was intimately involved in the administration of justice, including individuals charged with child sex crimes. He knew the legal consequences if he was caught. He knew the reputational and community harm that would result. He knew the harm that comes to the children victimized in the CSAM industry, and yet he still persisted. Now, authorities are asking for.
They said he still persisted.
So
he knows the whole law.
This is
you have to because you're a judge.
This is a very deep, disturbing sickness.
You gotta go.
That cannot be like lived on.
He gotta go.
That dude, it needs to end with him.
He gotta go.
Like,
and anything like him, anything similar. I don't give a fuck what state he's from.
And they need to ask his children. They need to ask if his kids have been abused by him. They need to see if any of his grandchildren have been abused by him. They need to check everything. Everybody got to get checked now. This guy's around. Old James.
I feel like I'm gonna keep it a bean right now. I'm gonna take it back to the Bible, bro. And I know I've been heavy on the Bible the last couple pods. Remember when niggas used to do fucked up shit and they used to get stoned? I feel like if you do anything that got to do with a kid, bro, we should be able to throw hard ass rocks at you, bro.
Yeah,
until you die.
Firing squad, something.
Literally, that's if you got anything to do with predator, you got anything to do with being a creep, you got anything to do with children, you should be stoned, bro.
Right.
Straight up.
Nah, that's facts, bro.
Let's just jump to the joint. You should be stoned.
Like I said, it should end with you. Yeah, like that should end.
Skin,
like,
bro, we skin you alive.
Right,
you, bro.
All right, so look, let's see what the legal implications would be. Right, let's peep it.
That can help.
If you think there's a chance that this defendant had access to your child, to do all you can to look into the matter. Now, whether that's a physical exam or talking, if the child's verbal, to talk with the child in the appropriate setting. And if you want to get professional help, again, we've got some really, really good organizations here in the Low Country and to reach out for these different centers.
Y'all really have that in place because it doesn't seem. Anything that got to do with kids, bro, that ain't right. Why are we talking about a tip line? Stoned immediately. There's no need to even go to trial. I get it. Oh, everybody deserves a fair. Is it fair for him to go fuck with toddlers? Is that fair,
bro?
So stoned immediately.
There should be no negotiation.
What are we? What the kid?
They didn't. They didn't.
Can't even say nothing.
Right. They could.
So he don't get to say nothing.
Right.
Stoned immediately.
Yeah, you're out of there, bro.
Get him out.
I don't.
What are we even talking about?
The negotiation tactics of a
tip line.
Yeah,
what kid is gonna call a tip line?
Why?
A kid gonna call a tip line?
What's the point?
Then you go lower than kid toddler. So a toddler finna get on the phone.
Yeah.
Call a tip line and tip them off that hey, this judge is doing blah 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 blah. He's done it to me. What toddler is even saying these words? A tip line. I got a couple rocks in my backyard I want to throw at it. I got a couple that I know if I hit on a bingo, he'll go down.
Yeah.
And I would appreciate it if everybody was like that with me. Get with me, y'all.
Hey,
please,
man.
that's crazy. That doesn't make any sense.
Listen, this is what's happening right now, currently
in our country,
all
over the world,
right underneath our noses, bro.
And that's what Tebow is alluding to. Like it's happening, and we on the hook if we don't say nothing, we don't do nothing. It got we can bring it to light, but we got to start putting some of this shit into action, man.
Yeah, we gotta raise awareness and make sure that all you people who got platforms out there, y'all should be held accountable to raising awareness for stories like this. At least
for this.
All right, because there's a lot
literally for this country, that's all we got. For the world, that's all we got is our youth.
And there's a lot of connections here that are very unsavory to just kind of, the replication of just this, entire country going to straight crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're definitely not going forward. I'll tell you that,
man. You got people like this who are the judges and the controllers of people's freedom. People like that
are doing these type of things. So what do you
listen, man? We got a man like that as our president. All right?
What is this?
All right.
What country is this?
Jeffrey Epstein's best friend is the president.
He's the president of the United States.
So
ridiculous. Ridiculous. Twice. He got to be the president twice.
Nah.
2 terms.
He's cooked, man.
2 terms.
Literally. Like now.
And don't sleep. It ain't just him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Y'all be loved other presidents. Who do we love? Who do we love in the 90s? Early 90s. He on the list.
Oh, Bill.
Bill Clinton on the
bingo.
Bill. Old Bill is on the bingo.
Old Bill,
He's
yeah,
on the list too.
We don't forget about you, Bill.
These are people that just felt like they able to get away
Hillary.
Hillary, able to get away with everything.
Yeah, man.
Hillary ran. She ran for president, and she's a part of this.
No, bro. She had all them schools out there in Africa. You even heard all type of stories about.
Come on, man.
Some very unsavory things that we cannot say right here on these YouTube streets.
Come on.
Okay, a lot of very unsavory things happen over there underneath the Clintons' watch. So y'all not off the hook either.
What Charles Barkley say? When a guy is banging you, I mean, hey, come on.
Hey,
we don't want to.
Hey,
we don't want to get into that,
right? But at the end of the day,
that's literally what she got going on,
right? And it's very important. I think as we can see, nowadays it's a very questionable topic because people are trying to associate it now with conspiracy theories because their boy is up for debate.
It only becomes questionable because the people that are doing it don't want to be questioned.
There you go.
Because they feel they're in a position of authority.
Right.
Authority, when people have authority, they don't like to be questioned about their authority. So it seems as though, I could do this. No, you can't. You can't do. Come on, dude. Kids.
Nah,
come on, dude. Seriously.
yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
I mean, this is kind of where we go, or like kind of the vibes that get created sometimes, and like I think motherfuckers really don't get it. Like, okay, sure, like
so it's just like it can't we can't just act like this shit is okay, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're a judge, it's okay,
right?
It can't. I don't care who you are, but I'm just saying,
a judge,
an authoritative figure.
A judge
is doing.
You
gotta know that this shit is going on rampant. It's rampant over the whole bingo, the whole fucking world. If a judge is willing to do this and keep it going, it's like I wonder how many years he probably been doing this shit for. So many years, bro.
Word,
like just years and years of this.
Listen, man, that's why they say they got the hotline. So if any victims out there, South Carolina, if you've been victimized by this James guy, be careful.
But if you
know what I mean,
don't want to call the hotline,
yeah, we understand.
Pick up a rock,
yeah,
pick up a chair, pick up a stick. Say like something.
Shit.
We gotta do something.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Word. Because otherwise, otherwise these type of things will continue to happen, and we're not at any liberty to allow it, or because we want this to be a better place for all of us. And
which I thought that was the goal in life,
right?
To make the world.
I got
better.
friends who are parents. I got a sister I got nephews. All right, I ain't trying to have them in a world where they got to worry about man, straight up. And if something was to happen, I really don't know or understand any type of remorse for you guys. It would be crash out season.
I don't know what
I would be. I don't know what type of mindset I would be in, but it wouldn't be
pretty sick spot.
Yeah, somebody would get hurt.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we gonna call it out because we don't want that to happen. We want y'all to be able to be on the lookout, pay attention to those predator apps. You feel me? It's a lot of people doing, a lot of good work.
Open your fucking eyes when you walk around. You will see it when you go to these grocery stores and these malls
pay attention
and all
to
this.
Where you leaving your kids?
All of that.
Are you leaving them with your friends at your friend house and they got some weird man up in there?
Sure that's okay?
Yeah, be careful leaving them around some man who your girl don't really even fuck with like that. You know what I'm saying?
Just saying. Because these are real things that
straight
happen.
up, and even if you got a son, it don't matter.
Whichever, it don't a toddler.
Straight up, right? Be
no
careful
gender.
out
Gender
here with your
matter.
children. You know what I mean? And be careful about who you trust with your children, because everybody don't have your best interests at heart. You feel me? So you gotta be careful.
A lot of creeps in the world.
Straight up. And so that's the biggest part of it.
Just think about it. Like if a judge is just now getting cracked for this, think about how many creeps is in the bingo.
Right. We got some news. Breaking news.
Torn ACL. Yeah. Well, we kind of saw that.
Breaking news. Malik Neighbors, y'all.
Malik Neighbors. If you're watching football today,
Malik, you guys follow.
He's done for the season, man.
He's out of there, man. Unfortunately, y'all.
So unfortunate.
Yeah, but
I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but I'm glad
shout out to Malik though.
I'm glad that I traded him.
Yeah, you feel me?
But he was playing his ass off. Right. There's no help over there. He's doing it by himself. But yeah, not to get off topic, but back on the topic. Yeah, guys, you gotta keep your eyes open, ears pinned back, all that, man, because this shit be really happening right up under our nose.
Yeah, man, and we owe
it to the youth.
Yeah, exactly, man. I think it's important with this platform. We always gonna bring up the real topics. It's a lot of other platforms out there who just get on here and talk that BS and don't bring nothing to the table.
Yeah.
And the fact that at least y'all be responding and interacting with us, that lets us know that we on the right track.
Yeah, man.
And we talking about the right things. You feel me? Because
this is definitely a topic that gotta stay in the forefront.
Right.
We bringing it to the forefront. Not just us. I'm sure that there's other entities that do this, but it's being brought to the forefront. But it needs to stay in the forefront because this is it's gonna definitely be ongoing. This is an ongoing
100%.
thing. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's predators everywhere, man.
Yeah, man. So anything on the way out, my boy? We hit that 45 minutes.
Yeah, on the way out, it's just like I just said, man. Keep your eyes as a community.
As a community.
As a community.
Yes.
I don't care what color you are. White, black, purple, orange, green. When you go outside to these places, venues, wherever you're going, shopping, just keep your eyes open because a lot of these things that are happening be right there.
Stay on
and and I'm not saying that you gotta be over the top with it and you gotta address it right then, but just keep watching.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
That part.
And if you feel the need to say something and you feel like it compels you enough to say it, because at that point you're on the hook too. If you don't, you just as bad as the predator if you let the predator be the predator. That's where I'm at with it.
That's it, man. Stay on your pivot out there, y'all, because it's some real times are happening right now. We're going through some real stuff right now in the world, and it ain't a lot of people who gonna be built for this. So it's on us to look out for one another.
We're gonna keep talking about it.
Yeah, and stay with your eyes open, and be careful about,
keyword awareness.
Yeah,
just be aware, man.
You know what I mean? Be careful about who you're around. You know what I mean? So
just gotta be aware.
Yeah, salute to everybody. Make sure y'all to like the video and subscribe.
Please subscribe, man.
Subscribe. Keep putting them comments. Let us know what you guys think about this topic. You feel me? Let us know if we on the right track. All right, y'all. We out.
Love.
Peace.